everybody, today is the first day in March of 2020. Super exciting, I think, because it's sunny out. It's been sunny out for the last couple of days. Feel like spring is cracking through here. And you know, when you're in sales, when you're dealing with people, when you have a job where you need to be highly motivated to perform, you're going to try and find a lot of different things that you know, there's a lot of different things that are going to add up to help you and give you your peak performance. So for me, a sunny day is something that contributes to that. But what I want to talk about in this video is the difference between selling 20 and 25 homes a year, or the difference between selling 25 and 30 homes a year. Basically, the difference in whether or not you're able to sell an additional 5 homes in a year. The difference between selling, for me, we'll say 20 and 25 homes a year is this. So right now, today, I've got 5 people that I am working with that are committed. We've got plans started for them, or we are going to be getting plans started for them. They've committed. So I've got 5 people that are for sure going to be building with me. Now, I can't start working on, I can here and there. Of course, I'm going to be taking on new meetings and such, but in order for me to fully focus and fully concentrate on the next 5 sales or the next most important one, I need to make sure that I'm moving along these 5 as efficiently as possible and not rushing through so that things get missed, but not taking my time on anything. So if I've got a commitment from somebody to move ahead and get a preliminary plan drawn up, which I do, I'm going to get those plan notes sent in today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but today. Because if I don't get them sent in today and something comes up tomorrow and then something comes up the next day, and then the draftsman actually can't start working on these until, next week, I've lost an entire week of the process. Because the very first step with the process, and with this custom home in particular, I need to get it bid out and priced out. So I need a plan in order to be able to do that. So if I'm gonna miss out on an entire week there, let's fast forward all the way to December. We're at the end of the year, and I'm teetering between the 20 and 25 homes a year that I could have sold. So it's imperative that right now, today, I get this preliminary plan, the note sent in, so that I can get the plan back at the end of this week, or I can get it back a week sooner than if I were to wait to send it in for 2 or 3 days from now. Because when we're up against the end of the year, that could be the whole difference right there. That's going to allow me to finish up the sales process with this client a week earlier and be able to finish up the sales process with somebody else a week earlier. And that week earlier may be having them finish up with the sales process at the end of December as opposed to the beginning of January. I really need to focus on the 5 people that I'm working with right now and making sure that I am as efficient as possible with moving them along to each and every step. Get that preliminary plan back as soon as possible. Get that meeting set up to go over that plan with them as soon as possible, so you can get back in for the full set of blueprints, and now you can get the plan bidding process started. So just instead of making these 5 the priority. Now, of course, there are other people that I still need to tend to. There are phone calls I have to get back to, emails. There's going to be meetings with new clients that I'm going to be taking on. But I've got to make sure that right now, because I've got 5 people who are at the point where they are ready to start building as soon as possible, and it's up to me to bring them to that finish line as soon as possible. So when you're in a position where you have 5 people there at once, ready to move forward as soon as possible, you need to realize that this is a special time. This doesn't happen, that you're not going to always have groups of 5 people at the same time ready to move forward. Things do come in clusters, and this is one of the larger clusters right now. So if I can take advantage and realize how special this is and what a difference this can make for my year, if I can take the 5 that I'm working with right now, move them all forward as quickly as possible, God willing, have them all close in the same, 2 months. So 5 closings in 2 months would be incredible. But it frees me up then to focus on all of the rest. And now I've just insured those 5 sales for the year. So you've got to realize that these 5 people that are all here at the same point in time, it's kind of a special thing. It's not going to happen like that all the way throughout the year. So you've got to take advantage of it. And if that means, and it will mean, that I'm going to have to put in extra hours for the next, month or two to make sure that this happens. I'll wake up earlier. I'll get my time in so that I can make sure that I'm moving everything forward as quickly as I possibly can without rushing, making mistakes, but just being as efficient as I can, being urgent about this. And time is of the essence. So I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot, and I'm going to feel so great about once I get to the point where we've got these 5 families closing. They're all set up to close in a 2-month time period. That is going to be a time to celebrate. And again, at the same time, I'm still moving forward with everybody else, but just want to realize, and maybe I'm doing this video for myself so that I keep myself highly motivated to make this all happen, but got to realize that this is a special time right now. Because if I really crack down and I really keep motivated and I get my stuff done and I move them forward, that really could be the difference between 20 and 25 home sales a year, or 25 and 30 home sales a year. If you may only have this one point in time during the year where you're sitting with that many clients ready to move forward. It may only happen once a year like that. So realize that the opportunity is here in front of you and take advantage of it, because that could be the difference between a really good year and an outstanding year. All right, we'll call that one a Motivational Monday Talk. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.